Hello. I need to stop there. I really need to stop it. It's doing me head. It doesn't sound good.
I've never actually fucking realised. I wouldn't listen to it.
Yeah, I don't do it as well, but like in real life, I just do it here for some reason.
What, have you ever had someone point out the Joe Wiley hi-hat?
No.
Whenever you listen to Joe Wiley, she makes a little tss noise. And you'll hear it now. Every time you listen to it, it's ruined Joe Wiley for me.
Like you kind of burn some of the fucking biff or something.
It's like an inhale though. It's like a
like Donald Trump.
Weird. Yeah, it's weird.
Sucking your own saliva.
Anyway.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Creative Jam. How are we all doing?
Good.
Oh well.
Oh well, you've got the Holy Trinity back again.
Yeah, we have.
Three amigos.
Three amigos.
Three
I'm your
musketeers.
co-host Jack.
And I'm Simon.
And I'm Matt.
Hello.
Nice.
Yeah, we did it.
We're in sync.
That was seamless.
It was.
That was
the
seamless.
same thing.
Yeah, how are we all doing? I've been away for a while.
You've been in the romantic city of York, haven't you?
Oh,
yeah. You guys been holding down the fort. How are we?
Good.
All right.
Really good.
Yeah.
You know, can't complain.
Bumbling through.
Work is work. The world is the world.
Yeah,
The world
trying
is
to
the world.
The world is the world right now.
trying to work out what's going on with old Rishi and his new scheme.
Oh yeah, Rishi and his schemes.
Rishi and his
Always
harebrained schemes.
scheming.
So I've got some important news.
Mm.
We're now live on Spotify and Apple and Amazon and iHeartRadio and TuneIn and every other directory you can find
Don't
us.
forget Deezer. MVP.
Deezer the geezer.
Yeah.
We're now live. We're live and kicking. We're broadcasting.
We are in the world.
We are.
In the ozone layer.
People are listening to our dulcet tones from all over the globe.
Dulcet tone, that's a nice word.
And they are actually all over the globe because I've been checking the stats and already we're getting listeners from North America and surprisingly France.
Yep.
Really?
And they're all congregating in one city as well. I can't remember which one it is, but there's like 4 listeners there.
We've not cracked Japan yet, though.
No.
We've not, but straight off the bat, 2 continents. I'll take that.
Yeah. Is that going on the poster?
Yeah.
2
Straight off the
continents, I'll
bat,
take
2
that.
continents.
As heard in 2 continents.
That's actually pretty fucking cool. That'd be a cool little campaign, to be honest.
I clocked that someone in Southend is listening to us.
Oh, right.
No.
Shout out Southend.
Shout out
Okay.
Southend.
I've got a brother there. But I haven't told him about this. So.
I was going to say, not be him.
Well, here's the thing: we didn't know marketing at all, and we're picking up listeners.
Who needs it?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, we're quite. The artwork's very good on Spotify as well.
Yeah, it's
on the black.
pretty.
It is.
Better on Apple because on white. Actually, no, it's not, is it? When you uploaded it was, but it's actually on black.
Yeah, I don't know whether the Apple Podcast app changes with
Light and
whatever
dark mode. It will.
light and dark
It
mode
will.
you got. Yeah,
Yeah, it definitely will.
I'm on dark mode,
So am I. So weird. And he always says that like, oh, that's so weird. Why are you on dark mode? It's like, it's just better.
because we're just
Nice,
emos, mate.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. Goths and that. We are wearing all black, or it was before. I'm still wearing all black, as you can see, man.
I've coloured it up today.
Oh, so you have, yeah. Arizona.
Arizona, yeah. It's even got my year of birth on there.
Oh, sick.
That was a happy coincidence. I didn't read it when I bought it.
92, you old bastard.
92, alright, yeah. We won't go into that.
When's your birthday?
December 29th. If any of those North American listeners wanna send me
Free stuff.
presents.
Send you presents for December 29th.
Exactly, yeah, that would be ideal. Do we have a PO box?
Oh,
We
no.
don't yet.
That's
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but when we get the actual studio, the real studio, we'll get a PO box.
We will.
That's what we need.
You're a December boy as well, aren't you?
16th, yeah, 16th December.
Busy month.
Yep, 93 though. So
What's it like having a birthday so close to Christmas?
Shite.
Everyone asked this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think in terms of what presents.
You're not bad because you're like just before Christmas, so I imagine people are in party mode.
Yeah.
But for me, like just after Christmas, everyone is fucking
Everyone's fat and hungover.
Yeah. Hungover, no money, they're normally going back from seeing their parents.
Yeah, everyone's away, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, this is it. I was going to say that my biggest issue is the fact that when we do birthday parties, i.e. friends in London and further afield, it's hard to nail everyone down during my birthday because, you know, like you say, they're all either going over Christmas or still working that period, that kind of thing, you know, it's a pain in the ass. That's why we do like a London trip once a year, because we've got like your mates the 13th and the 16th, so it coincides perfectly.
Yeah, well, whenever I see my mates from home, like I have to piggyback on another mate whose birthday is in January, and I just go out for that and really forget my own. Like, I'm not asking me though. I don't actually celebrate my birthday ever. Yeah. I don't care much for my birthday. My mum's day's the same. Mum's got the same birthday as me, so I do things there on the day. Yeah. And then party wise, I'm like, whatever, don't care. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, don't want to be in the highlight of attention. Don't know about you guys.
I don't know.
You like a good birthday? You went to fucking Berlin for your birthday.
I traditionally have always done something for my birthday, but it's less about me and more like it's an excuse to get people together. Yeah, that's what I like about free pints
as well. Yeah,
I've always thought that. Because
you normally do a good birthday thing. You normally do a good birthday bash.
Yeah, like we went to Berlin last year.
Yeah, it was good.
Which is just an excuse to go to Berlin.
It was awesome though. It really was awesome.
Yeah, before... I can't remember what I did.
It was going to be...
You went to...
Glastonbury, this year.
It's going to be your birthday this year.
On the Monday when you're all hungover. But
it's kind of good though.
That's been cancelled.
Yeah. So next year? No, actually no, it's 2021, isn't it? Probably, anyway.
That is next year.
That is next year.
Oh shit, 22 even, sorry. Well, don't forget, this year doesn't count. I don't count 2020 as a year. This is like, it's not happening.
I'm
turning 26, not 27 this year. I'm literally, a year of my life is not disappearing into the fucking black hole.
Alright, that's alright, I can live with that.
That's the rule. Yeah, cool, good.
It does feel like a bit of a...
stop year, gap year, I guess.
The 10 years of your 20s is just one of them. Hopefully not two. It's just kind of like blackened out.
Yeah, you know what though, I think in reality we've kind of made something from it, like, and then they were still doing cool things because of COVID.
This is an example.
That is why you were listening to us.
Well, exactly, and this is one of many things I think as well, like, you know, I really feel as though careers got better during this.
Good for you, mate.
Yeah, but you know.
So how are we doing on that front, Matt? Did you go back recently? I can't remember if you did or not.
I'm working back in retail. Still no news. This is my last month of furlough pay from another place I work.
So explain to the listeners. So you work...
Yeah, I work in a theatre in arts marketing.
Debatably one of the hardest hit during the virus.
Absolutely the trickiest one. They have announced 2 shows for Christmas, which is great that they're getting back on it, but
nice.
Yeah, we don't know what it means for us yet. So they're keeping our jobs, but we don't know if it's going to be under their scheme or Reach's newfound scheme.
Yeah,
which I had texts from colleagues being like, "Can you please explain to me what this is?" Because it's not easy maths. I don't know if you've crunched it properly.
I haven't even seen any of that. So
what is the recent one?
Right, the new one is you go back to work. You work at least 1/3 of your hours. Then of the 2/3 that you don't work, the government pays 1/3 of the 2/3. And your employer pays 1/3 of the 2/3. So your end pay is something like, if you're working 1/3, it's something like 70-ish%. And the government pays about 20% of that, but your employer's still paying 50% for you to work about 30% of your hours.
That is not good, surely.
It's
very confusing.
That's why it took so much explaining.
What's the method then with that, in terms of just trying to take the strain off the government for one, and secondly just to get people some form of income?
To try to meet in the middle kind of thing?
The idea is that they want to keep viable, quote-unquote, viable jobs still open. And the idea is that if your job isn't viable under those circumstances, they're not seeing it as something with a long-term future, and you should retrain and go and do something new.
That's fucking mental.
Yeah.
That's so mad.
I don't think it really considers the circumstances of some of the jobs that are affected. I think it's mainly for things like hospitality and stuff like that. That you can work less hours because they're open less time.
But you can't pay less rent or less bills or less anything like that, or lifestyle. It's ridiculous.
The world doesn't stop spinning for everyone else.
No, exactly. You know what I think that is as well? I think they're trying to get like a black and white situation here, but there's no way you can just put one blanket rule for everyone.
No, and
it's
also,
impossible.
It also relies on your employer basically paying you for more than you're working.
Yeah, which isn't great because my mum's got a small business, and the problem with that is she can hardly afford to pay the wages right now.
Yeah.
She made like a lot of money in the first couple of weeks back. She's just owns a salon basically for everyone else. So everyone's like, "Oh, get me a haircut, great." Now it's died down. It's dead, quiet. But she's got like 5 staff members she used to pay. So in that respect, she's gonna open the same hours and stuff. She either works her ass off, or she just lets people go, or drops the hours, which is mental.
It's just a very I don't envy the people that have to work out if that's worthwhile or not.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, because it's just it's a very complicated system. Apparently it's worked in other places. I think they've stolen the idea from Germany. You have somewhat, I think theirs is somewhat more lenient. I think you can work a minimum of like 20% or something like that there. So yeah, it's interesting, but no news as of yet. Glad that the shows are going ahead over Christmas, which means the place is going to get some income in, well, providing we don't spiral into lockdown, because second peak is coming.
Yeah, man. Well, I was going to think, so what's your kind of like what's your best case? In terms of retail, is quite safe at the moment, I'd say, isn't it? Because obviously
my retail job's safe. That's I've been there like throughout uni and everything. So I've been there for 10 years.
But it's not ideal. Mad. That's crazy.
So it's not ideal, but it's a stable little bit of income. I can't get like extra hours. The only time I get offered extra hours is when people are off isolating.
Well, that's crazy. Well, that'll be happening quite a lot soon. So
it's already happened a couple of times. It's already happened a couple of times. Yeah. But so that's my only chance of overtime there. And the other job, it's just a matter of wait and see.
That's interesting. See, what I couldn't understand. Like, how did you actually get to that position where you are now? Because obviously you studied in film.
Yeah. So studied film, and then found myself a couple of years in getting a bit stuck. Like, I realised I was doing nothing like artistically, and took up some chances at Story House in Chester, the theatre, cinema, library, and did a few of their young people's programmes there, slipping in under the radar of being 25. I just found myself getting loads of experience in running. Ran some events there, ran a cinema takeover programming thing there, did some marketing that got used.
Really cool, yeah.
Just ended up getting experience that way, and it put me in a really good position for when I got an interview.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So your job role essentially is a kind of like creative thinking. Is kind of what you do now, especially in the marketing roles.
It's a lot of admin as well. So I write copy and stuff like that, do a lot of emails and whatnot, but it's a lot of admin stuff, which is really useful to have as like a general. I think people forget that in creative jobs you do still have to do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
An absolute buttload of admin and
well, I know,
not so glitzy and glamoury stuff. So I'm staring at spreadsheets half the day.
Welcome to Jack's world. A little bit, not so much that, but. It's interesting, that, isn't it?
Staring at spreadsheets, emailing people, I have to get all the promotional material together for shows, so we've got it in house and it's in the right places, and to our distributors that put it up around Manchester and various areas. And I get to do it. Well, I was at one point doing a little bit of work in data as well, audience insights.
That's quite interesting though, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that part. But yeah, so it's tough for everyone at the minute. I think there's a lot of people who've been there a very long time that are very reliant on it, but we'll see.
It is a shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love a good spreadsheet.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, I've grown to love the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet wasn't...
me too.
Yeah.
I don't know the spreadsheets. I think you're both fucking dead wrong. Like, the spreadsheets are not for me, they're for other people.
But here's the thing, like, in your situation, you know, you've done your stint in a lot. So, in terms of, like, if you had to, you're not in the worst situation. You're not in the worst position to look for new opportunities.
Yeah,
in somewhere in that field that is thriving, if you to get in there.
The great thing is that I've got a bit of experience behind me now. Having worked at a couple of places as well and doing some free stuff, but it's just the issue of knowing where to go, because at the minute there's obviously lots of places in the same in the same boat, and it's a tricky place to be at the minute. But
here's the thing, like, live events will come back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's playing a long game, isn't it?
They will come back, and people will have missed them. They will boom.
Yeah, they will.
You know, imagine how quickly tickets will sell out for like a big band when, you know, things are
for sure,
things are safe.
It'll be more than it won't come back with a whimper either. It'll be like, you know, sellouts everywhere.
Yeah,
we're talking about this in terms of like gigs. We'll be going to every gig under the sun.
We will.
We
absolutely. Yeah.
So are we going to be them guys? Are we, where we're kind of like, oh, I went to gigs before you went to gigs?
Well, my latest breakdown, to stay relevant is buying like every album that's coming out. So I'm gonna do that, but with gigs, I think, when they're back.
Yeah,
like,
reminding yourself that music does exist.
Yeah, I think I've had this breakdown that I don't want to be that person. It's like they don't write music like they used to do. So I want to stay relevant. So I've got like a little stack on my record player right now, stuff that I need to listen to.
What's cute then? What's your next big hitter?
I think next things to listen to.
Matt's top 10.
Yeah. I've got my little stash. I've got an Orville Peck record store day release.
Very nice.
Nice.
I've got Nadine Shah's new album.
Nice. Kitchen sink.
Arlo Parks.
Nice. That's a really cool cover. Vinyl.
Pink.
Signed Idols record.
Yes, lad.
Very cool.
And Fen Lily.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
All of those are signed as well. The Fen Lily one is. Arlo Parks came with a really sweet book of poetry and lyrics.
Oh wow,
she's
that's
signed
awesome.
Individually. So I'll show you this.
That's sweet, man.
You can see they're signed and numbered, and I found it really sweet because she clearly thought there was going to be 300, and then crossed it out to write 500. Showing that to the camera, but I think that's really lovely. So
that's awesome.
I'm staying relevant, staying young. If I listen to these records,
it is right.
If I listen to every one of those records, I won't be old.
Don't worry, Matt. You're aging the same time as all of us.
Exactly. To be fair,
you fuck up. You're younger than us, just by a little bit, but still, like 6 months counts.
To be fair, the
6 months,
Idols record came with a cassette, which is really not helping my age.
No, that's hipster.
That's still cool though.
I found full nostalgia in opening the little cassette. I'll just for the sake of the audio, I'll just close this cassette right next to the. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, though, we have like a demographics about 21 right now. They have no idea what a cassette is.
No.
Or maybe they would actually. I don't know.
I'm doing my best to remain really chill here, but my tortoise has just shat on my bed.
Oh shit.
So
no.
It's on my blanket. Like, it's not like a duvet cover. It's like a little separate throw thing that I've got. So
what's it look like?
We can.
It's like a brown and white mix.
Oh no.
The white bits. The white bits urine. So.
Oh no.
We can take 5 if you want to clean it up. That's absolutely fine.
That's all right. It's gonna have to. I'll
piss.
do it at the end.
Explain to me how piss is white. I think that's splooge, mate.
No. Honestly, it's disgusting. It looks.
Tortoise splooge.
It looks it. They do it normally when they've had a bath, and it comes out in like a jet stream of white.
I do the same.
Splooge, yeah. Every time you have a bath.
This is going west. This.
Oh man.
Joys.
The tortoise just wanted to get in on the act. He featured in like episode 2, and now he wants to. He's going to extreme lengths to try and get a shout out.
Was not happy with the lack of focus on him. We were all worried about the kitten, Far too worried about the kitten causing a scene.
And, so you say this right, but the kitten's actually in a different room right now, so Jack's gonna go back to a chaos when he opens that door.
Chaos.
Everything torn
as well.
Has she torn anything yet or scratched anything?
Nah, she's good that, to be fair. She's she has to go with the curtains, but I think the furniture's kind of like, it's good material, it's like hard material, so it's not like something she can rip apart quite easily. So yeah, I think it's alright. We say this, but I'll give it a year. If we move out in a year, you know, we're gonna see the damage really, but you know, it's only little.
We'll see.
But
so touching on the COVID topic, I know we kind of banned COVID chat.
It's not possible.
This is relevant though. It's fine.
It's not possible, but we do our best, you know. It's not what the podcast's about. But events have transpired.
Yes, they have.
I went for a test today.
Oh, how was that? Did you go for a test or get a home test?
So I went for a test because it was impossible to do anything other than go there.
Really?
Which is 3 miles away, but I had to go across a river. So it was on the Wirral. So
how did you get there?
I had to take public transport. So this is the issue. Right. This is the issue I have with the current situation, the government and that. So early days, you did have home tests and stuff. They sent stuff to you. But now, you know, I guess with mass testing, like they don't have that available.
Yeah. Or they do, but they take a long time to come. Yeah.
But basically, we just couldn't get one, Lottie and I. And so you have to go to a testing centre. That's the way to do it now. But if you don't drive, then you still got to get there. And if it was 3 miles away and it was in Liverpool, I would have walked. But even then, that's sketchy, isn't it? You have to, because you could be positive, and they're encouraging you to, you know, go off, you know, travel.
It is a bit mad that, because there's like, Liverpool's quite bad at the moment as well. You'd think to have at least, I would say at least 3. You know, or even every kind of, I don't know, like you got Knowsley, for example, is one kind of constituency. You know, you got like Riverside, which is like town. Then you got ones like basically north, east, west, and south Liverpool should all have their own stations. Easily.
At least you shouldn't have to go more than like a mile and a half.
No.
But if you are going to do it,
it's not a big city, is it? So,
but I swear on my life, like the only place we could ever get it was, you know, 3 miles away and like over the river. So we had to get a train to go from Liverpool to Birkenhead.
Do you know what's really weird? Here I saw there was a sign pointed to a COVID testing centre, and it was in a park and ride.
Oh really? Well,
yeah.
Well, this was in the car park of a swimming centre.
Yeah. So they're just anywhere at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah. But then it was literally like 2 gazebos. So if they can do it 2 gazebos in a car park, they can do that somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, well, we had this conversation, like I felt uneasy going, but then we were like, we need to get tested. It's important to know. We can't just like, so the issue was Lottie works in hospitality. She needed to know to go back to work. I was all right because I work from home. I could have just stayed inside for 2 weeks, not knowing if I did or not.
Circumstances well.
But she needed to know, so she had to go. So yeah, it was one of those situations. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. And yeah, I just thought like, you know, put it this way: if you can buy like a fucking Switch right now and it'll get sent to you on Amazon tomorrow, like, you know, you have that service, you can get anything to you via Amazon and it'll be sent to you tomorrow, then how haven't like the government like
tapped into these logistics?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
For testing, and it's a comment on the government, but it's also a comment on these big companies who have not done anything to help when they have these.
Probably because there's no money to be made as well. So if there's no money to be made, then why would you do it?
Exactly. You know? But so yeah, I didn't feel great going, but I felt like I had to.
I must admit though as well, like, you know, you're not showing symptoms. It's one of the things where there's a possibility. I think it's slimish, but at the same time, you know, if you felt like shit and you had the symptoms, then I'd be like, listen, you know you've got it. Just wait for a little bit and then get the antibody test.
Don't go anywhere.
Exactly. But you know, I think it makes sense for you to take the risk.
We were incredibly cautious, and like we were, you know, luckily like the train was like no one was on it.
Yeah, that's good.
We didn't go near anyone. We took.
It's interesting.
We climbed like 100 steps in the station not to take a lift and stuff like that.
True.
So luckily we didn't go near anyone. But yeah, so it was this new NHS app.
Yeah, the track
we
and
got
trace
we got
one.
it on the we got it on Thursday when it dropped, and we were in York. So so I'm on a 2-week holiday from work at the moment, and we decided to take a few days in York, which we already felt guilty for, but then we were like, why the hell should we? Because everyone has been going everywhere, abroad and all that. And what's a 1.5 hour train, 2 hour train to York, to go in Airbnb, like we're not going near anyone, kind of thing. We're going in pubs that the government has said they're fine and they're clean and all that. So like, I felt a little bit like, oh fuck it, like why should we feel like that when literally everyone I know, bar maybe you, Simon, and you, Matt, have like gone everywhere, like gone on holidays and that, and it's like, oh fuck it, 2 nights in York, you know,
like,
come on.
The amount of people just absolutely ignoring things, going here, there, and everywhere. Like,
people are taking the piss, basically.
There's people on my Instagram that are in a different restaurant every night, and I'm like, I get go into a restaurant, go into a pub or something, and being safe with it, but like,
well, this was it. We would walk out of
sensibly.
places.
Yeah,
we would walk out of places if we didn't think they were okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We pre-booked everywhere we went. We did it the right way.
I saw the queue outside Weatherspoons, and Weatherspoons is an institute that I don't mind slacking off. And there was just
name and shame.
There was just 3 blokes like chatting to another bloke, shouting in his face with his mask down below his chin.
Cool.
Just before they even go outside. It's like, it doesn't matter how socially distanced your tables are. If you're making people queue up for 15 minutes, giving them the chance to shout.
That's
in
like
each
half the
face.
clubs in Liverpool as well.
Yeah,
like, just queuing.
This is it. You know what, right? I'm not a stickler for like, okay, go to the restaurants, go to the pubs, do what you like, but the biggest problem I've got is people who just disobey like what you should be doing. I.e., there's so many examples of seeing it. People like massive crowds, blah blah. It's just like that. Stop it. So stop it.
Well, just people just being careless when they're in those situations. You know, even if there was like, you know, even if you are somewhere crowded, if everyone kept themselves to themselves, there wouldn't be an issue. But
well, this is it, right? So this is another thing, you know, a bit more on the topic of like creative, whatever. But obviously, coming from somebody who does a lot of websites and like, you know, user experience, that kind of thing. So this app, the functionality of this app, right, is essentially
the NHS app.
Yeah, the NHS app we just mentioned before. What it's for is to basically notify you when somebody in your vicinity has got But like, this is the thing. So we're in like LA. So surely how big's the radius? You know, is it like literally meters away? Is it centimeters away? Is it Bluetooth connectability away? I don't know.
I think it's very much when you. The idea, I think, is when you sign into places. So, because you can use that to scan that you've been in like a pub, you've been in a bar, the track and trace thing.
Yeah.
So
which is what I was doing last week.
Yeah, so I think the idea is that if you've pinged in the same bar as someone else's ping that's then tested positive, that becomes like a little...
So I got a notification at 5 a.m, which I saw when I woke up afterwards. And it said, it was really brief, and it was like from the app, and it was like, you've been... It wasn't even that like blunt. It was it wasn't really clear. It was like something exposure in your area or something. And I was like, what's this? Clicked on it, which took me to the app, but then the app was just going on as normal. It didn't have like, you know, a notification in it or anything like saying like repeating a message or like you know, saying something different. Like,
so it's just a push notification.
It was basically.
Wow.
So I was a bit confused. Then messaged Lottie and was like, you know, I've got this. Have you got this? And she went, no, but she said that she probably just swiped it in the morning when she woke up with a bunch of other notifications. And then she looked in the settings. So that the app like basically embeds itself in the iPhone settings. Which I thought I didn't realise it did that.
A lot of apps
thought it was
do
interesting. But like, it actually had like, you know, when you go in settings, it had like its own function.
Oh, yeah.
Like it wasn't in the app function.
Oh, right. Okay.
It was built into the Apple functions.
Oh, wow, strange.
And it was like exposure, like COVID or whatever.
Yeah.
So I went on that, and then there's a list of like I don't know what they're called now, but it's like it basically like it's like beacons you like every so often, and like sees what's going on, and like it gives a list, and it's like every 40 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like 000 like traces, and then like the one at like 5:50 a.m. had one on it, like one test, it said.
Okay.
But then it said nothing else, and it didn't even say what that is. It didn't explain what that meant.
No.
So we kind of looked at that and thought, well, we're not sure. Lottie was in work, said it to a manager, and a manager went, go home, get a test now.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like on it.
Yeah, good.
Although her workplace has been utterly dreadful during this time, but I won't name who that is.
No. Don't name who it is, but you can feel free to explain how.
You both know who it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, in terms of people
Sticking
being
by the
positive
rules.
and just like not closing, even though. Basically.
Wow. That's.
But yeah, so we were like, what do we do here? And then like a bit more Googling, and we kind of deciphered that it meant that we had been somewhere. And so Lottie got a notification at 6 a.m. So like it was clearly somewhere that we had both been together. So we thought it's probably we've been somewhere in York where we've done the track and trace thing.
Yeah.
In a bar or whatever, restaurant.
Yeah.
And someone has recently,
Tested positive.
as of maybe this morning, tested positive, put it in, and it's seen that we've been in the same place.
Right.
But as Simon was saying today, you don't know whether that's at the same time or like there's no
You
information.
don't know the
around
criteria of it, do you? I mean,
have they
Well, this is
been
what I'm
sitting
thinking.
next to me? Have they been in there but at a different time than me? It was at the same
so,
day?
You know what I think? Like, coming from like, obviously like a digital background, what it looks like to me, this app essentially what it's doing is just making it very much easy for people to then start doing track and trace properly. For one thing. So then obviously it makes like people like in bar, because for example the old track and trace, like obviously the cafe bottom of work, what do? They log you down on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
So and then they've got to be notified by the person who has COVID. I was here at this time. It's a lot of stress in terms of basically inform everybody at that same time that they've got COVID and they're exposed to it. So it's a very easy way to do it, which is great. I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. But what I think it should do is work harder to actually show you heat maps of where it's bad, because you can use it as the big deterrent, couldn't you? So imagine Liverpool City Centre, you've got certain places that people would not want to go near. So I know, maybe it's bad for like it's scaremongering to a degree, but it'll still help people not go to really big hotspots.
Yeah, I think.
And even people that had COVID, I mean, you could even do like a GPS thing of like where that phone's moving. I don't know. That's got like red dots, like you got COVID. Maybe not, but you know what I'm saying? Like it could work a lot harder than it does. Is my problem. I don't see why they've released something that's almost like it's not even, it's getting tested really, isn't it? It's still getting A/B tested.
There's a lot of logic in that, but what this period is showing that people don't have a lot of logic in them. The images we're seeing in Liverpool of just,
I know that, yeah.
Uni students partying in the streets.
But it might, I don't know. I think something would make it seem more real though.
Even if like you could see hotspot areas, I just feel that like you would have kids that I know people who are literally saying, "Oh, it's all right. It doesn't affect us. We're young, and
silly.
they are partying or whatever."
Yeah.
And it's like
It's
I know
silly.
these people, so like. Even if you had a hotspot area, you showed that.
Yeah.
I reckon you'd get some dickheads who would just be like, "Oh, let's go there," and
Yeah, you probably would.
Yeah.
But there's other things as well, though. I think it's a better way to kind of see who might be around you with the illness. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a better way to kind of do it, rather than just I'm scanning.
They
what.
spent absolutely ages getting this app up and running, didn't they?
Yeah,
And
it takes a long time to
initially-
develop things, but it's still not great.
Initially, it was that it was something to do like they were refusing to cooperate with, I think it might have been Google or one of the big companies, in regards to using their technology, and then quickly realised that they had to.
it was Google and Apple. Yeah,
That's the one. They thought that they could just go out and do this whole thing from scratch themselves.
yeah.
What dickheads?
and that was part of the big hold up.
Yeah, it's not as simple as that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't forget as well, they're American companies. Why would they give a fuck about us?
Well, I think it's because the good thing is that at the minute anything that's created has got international implications. Because if you create something good, it can be used anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like I say, with apps and stuff, you know, you probably do a lot of a better thing. But I don't forget as well, I think privacy comes into the big thing. Because I know a lot of people are like, I'm not getting the app, I'm letting the government have my details and stuff. It's like, one, you're fucking stupid. Two, just get the fucking app.
The tinfoil hat brigade is out in full force.
Always is, though, isn't it? Yeah. Always is. Conspiracy theorists just make everything so much worse. But
honestly, it's ridiculous. Just before this call, I was watching a YouTube video where a guy went and interviewed some of the people at the anti-mask protest in London.
Oh, wonderful.
That happened this week. So how was the test itself?
Yeah, so it was literally 2 gazebos in a car park outside swimming baths, and there was no one there really, and a few people like flew by on like in their cars, but in terms of people on feet, it was just us. And you walk there and there's 2 people like really far away from where it's happening, and they kind of say, you know, are you here for the test? And it's like, clearly, because there's nothing else around.
Let me for fucking Father Christmas.
No, I'm coming swimming.
Yeah, and you like stand really far away from them and you scan your QR code that you got given, and then you go over, and we both sat on tables individually, and then this really nice bloke who's really warm kind of came over, talked us through the tests. We had a bag each, opened it up. He was staying well away from us, and he kind of just talked us through it and was like, you know, there's loads of things like that you had in your bag, and the swab and like test tube, and he was just basically like, stick the swab down your throat like as far as you can, tickle you like past your tonsils.
Ugh.
Which we did.
Because you had a lot of practice.
Yeah. Yeah, so you stick it down your throat, and then that was really uncomfortable because the swab was like just dry and like it was just
like
scratched. It's scratched, and you were going right down, like, you know.
Yeah.
It was not nice. And then you take it out, and without cleaning it, you then stick it up your nose.
That doesn't really bother me, that though. I don't know why that's a thing.
Actually,
like,
yeah, I'd rather do it that way round than the other way round.
Why? Because you put in your nose, it'll taste better, wouldn't it? Jokes.
But people have described the test to me before.
Yeah.
And they said that they were separate. It's either a throat or a nose one. So when he said like both of them, I was kind of like, oh, fuck off. Why?
It's a bit weird that, because I thought, you see, I got told by a nurse, obviously James's girlfriend is a nurse, right?
Your brother James, yeah.
Yeah, your brother James. Antibody test is orally, and the nose one's the actual COVID test, but maybe it's different. I don't know, because
I was told that.
But then isn't that a bit weird? Because again, you'd have like, maybe you need, is it because saliva's one thing and like your nose is different things, so you've got kind of 2 bits of DNA or whatever
I'm
it is?
under the impression like they just, it's kind of like a fail safe, but just get as much as that kind of gunk all around there as possible.
You've got all that mucus in your nose,
respiratory, isn't it?
So like with the nose, you have to put it back as far as you can, and that was very unpleasant.
Watch your eyes water and stuff kind of thing.
Yeah, so like one nostril, and then my eyes just started streaming all on that side.
I'd hate that, to be fair.
The other side was fine, and then you kind of have to twirl it 4 times, and like I was like putting it up there, and like just slowly kept going, and was like, oh, there's another hole in my nose, like I'll go up there, and like it was kind of like,
so like
I was kind of exploring my own like.
Do you know when you see Yaldi circus performances with the guy who was like hammering a nail into his nose? Was it like that?
Yeah.
Just kept going in.
So Lottie kind of like was next to me. We did it at the same time, and she kind of like was not having a great time. But all I could hear was there like, you know, either gagging or like, you know, just like, and I'm just like surgically, I've got like 2 firm grips now, and I'm just slowly going further, getting a tight grip. So I'm like, I didn't know I could go this far, and then like you kept going, and then like honestly, like I'm tickling my brain at this point. But then I got to a point where like I could feel it where like the back of
Once
your
your
mouth
face
is.
start drooping.
Yeah. Yeah, you could feel it in like the back of your mouth in a way, like the phlegmy bit, and then I was kind of like, okay,
I've gone too far. This is it. This is the sweet spot.
But like, I could just keep searching. Whereas the mouth, I got to a point where I had to.
The old gag reflex kicked in.
Yeah, I just took it out. Like I couldn't go any further. The nose, I was kind of like kept going, but I can still feel it now. Hours and hours later,
Really?
it was horrible. The nose one.
Just like, but like not like PTSD kind of, you know. It's quite stressful, and you kind of, you know, it's like a.
I think I've just never been penetrated up there.
Yeah, I don't think many people have, to be fair though. Not many people have. Although like them weird kids like snort like strawberry laces and put them at the mouth and stuff like that. Or swallow strawberry laces and then snort out a strawberry lace and shit like that.
I think both holes, like you were trying to get as close to that area as possible.
Yeah.
So I'm under the impression that like you can probably get a good swab from like not doing that, just going on the surface a little bit. But this is just like to be safe. Like
this is it. You need like every you can get. We've seen UFC people do it, and even they win some the fucking, you know, double R bastard fighters. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but they're like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like get it right down, but.
They don't work out their fucking inner nostril cavity, so like even they'll be like affected by it.
No, it's a completely new sensation, isn't it? It's not something
you've got to act hard as fucked, haven't you? You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't forget to film everywhere they go. You know what I mean? They're like, ooh. But even they wince, like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, don't forget to get punched in the face and don't even whimper, you know what I mean? Never mind, buddy.
Yeah.
I've just got the I've got the Tottenham Chelsea game on in the background and Jose Mourinho.
That's not allowed, that, mate.
Oh, in the background.
We don't watch football while doing the podcast.
Are you on the Creative Jam or are you on
I'm on both.
That Geordie one?
What's the
True Geordie?
True Geordie.
True Geordie podcast.
I'm like midnighting on both. Yeah, I've got like got two mics, two setups.
Yeah.
No, Jose Mourinho has just stormed off for some reason, like down the tunnel.
Yeah, really? He does. Well, just to kind of sliver this one in while it's in my head. So, did you see that Everton song, Spirit of the Blues, is number 1 on Apple Music?
No.
Did, yeah.
From the charts. And number 2 is, what is it? Oh, I think it's Here We Go. And I think number 3 is Z-Cars.
Wow.
So, yeah, Everton's got the top 3 singles on iTunes right now.
Is that just because you're doing well?
I think what I think it was, and I haven't researched or looked it up, but I think one of the Everton Twitter pages or whatever it is, like, said, oh, let's get this number 1 for a laugh kind of thing.
Yeah.
They did it. But the good thing about it is the fact that all the sales of one of the tunes goes to Everton community, so it's all charity.
Oh, that's
right.
So it's really cool, actually.
Nice.
So yeah, and apparently I think Colombia. What did I read before? It was something like 375,000 Colombians have actually bought that single on iTunes.
Wow,
which is insane, isn't it?
Maybe that's a market we can tap into.
That's where we need to go next, Colombia.
Yeah, just buy a really expensive football player from Colombia, and we'll be on to a winner, won't we?
If we buy Ramadel Falcao, then.
Get him as the guest.
Is he Colombian, is he?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's the only Colombian I can name, I think.
Yeah. We should name the best one, number, what's he, 19 for us, isn't he?
Yeah. James Rodriguez.
James, I forget he's Colombian.
Oh man, he's sick, yeah. But anyway, that's quite funny, I think.
Well, we'll end that on a high note. Everton top in the charts.
And top of the charts, top of the league, though. Liverpool actually above us. Well, will be fair, you're second, and who's first?
Leicester, I think.
Leicester first.
Yeah.
You second, us third. It's interesting.
So I find out tomorrow probably whether I'm
find out
positive
tomorrow
or
the
negative.
Results of your pregnancy test.
I'll leave the listeners on tenterhooks until next week.
Yeah, and we are.
If Jack's not here next week, then
he's dead. To be fair though, if everyone's going to die of it, it's me, and I've definitely got it if Jack's got it. So I didn't get a test. I was like, there's probably no point me having a test if he's positive.
The way you smoke, your lungs aren't going to hold up to COVID.
Yeah, my COVID's going to come into my lungs and think, what, fuck this, like, let's not bother.
It's already ruined. Like, I'm not touching this.
Yeah, exactly.
It would just be sad if I entered this.
Yeah. I'll try the liver. Oh fuck, the liver's gone too. Fuck it off.
Jam of the week.
So, just to end, we have this new segment, Jam of the Week.
Jam of the Week.
We put our minds together and said, we needed a segment for the podcast. What can that be? What can that be called? Jam of the Week. It's basically our favourite topic, thing.
Oh yeah.
Of the podcast that's just been.
Well, we've got. What have we covered? What have we covered then? We've covered Tortoise
COVID.
shit is white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've covered COVID. We've covered Jack gagging on a
Testing stick.
testing stick. Swab. It's some rich ground this week.
It's funny how your memory kind of
I know,
goes
I was gonna say.
immediately.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure we spoke about something lighthearted at one
Well,
point.
she talked shit.
I'm
though,
sure at
that's
some
why.
point. I'm sure at
We
some
had some
point there's-
records on show as
had
well.
some
Yeah, we did,
records,
actually.
yeah, that were keeping me young.
Yeah. Let's find a positive for Jam of the Week.
I think the records are the positive for me personally because we're gonna have a boss collection of us boys.
I think the fact
Yeah.
the records and the fact that we're looking forward to live music is
Yeah, I think
Yes,
so. That's nice.
okay.
Yeah,
So
monster.
Jam of the Week is
That's
looking
positive.
forward to jams,
Yeah,
live
man.
jams.
Absolutely.
That's a positive.
Have you got any gigs lined up, Matt? Thinking about it.
I can't even remember because if I have, they were meant to have happened.
What's our first one back?
Oh, I don't know because they've all been postponed. One of them has been postponed twice now.
Shit.
I think we had Willie, didn't we, Jack? Willie J.
Yeah.
Healy.
Yeah, I was going to Willie
So
too.
Jay Healy, shout out.
Yeah.
Yala Records.
Mhm. Did you see the really cool? I spotted it after I'd ordered it. He did a 3D printed Willie.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that. And it like sits on the record
Sits
and spins
on
around.
the record spinner and spins round.
So
Yeah.
just for
incredible.
clarification there, because that sounds like someone's literally 3D printed the deal, a phallic shaped object.
Willie's
Willie's
a gentleman.
Spins around.
Yeah, not an actual Willie.
Yeah.
He's an amazing artist, Willie
is.
J. Healy.
Check him out.
He's on Yala Records. He's mint.
Yeah. And on that note of 3D printed willies, you ever see the Rammstein record they released was like a box of dildos all shaped after themselves?
No.
No.
Yeah, every band member had its own phallic,
Wow.
object in the
Wow.
box.
And that was just on
to
the
scale,
merch
real size, real
Wow.
size. Yeah, awesome. Look it up.
How handy.
Like, how is the band member on the dildo?
Well, no, not like
No,
them,
that-
like appearing to the actual cock, basically. Is
Oh,
what
their actual
honestly,
cock.
mold their own
Oh,
penis, yeah.
okay.
Which is
Lovely.
interesting.
And on that note,
Yeah.
thanks for listening. Thanks for listening, France. Thanks for listening, North America. Thanks for listening, South End.
We're looking forward to Colombia.
Yeah,
We're
we
looking
are.
forward to Colombia.
Colombia 2022.
Any other places we want to hit, guys? Any on the list?
I'd like one listener in Azerbaijan, just the one,
Just the one.
just the
Maybe
one.
Grimsby.
Ooh,
Grimsby.
good.
Grimsby, yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Isle of Man. I'll take one there.
Okay,
Hmm.
we could. I think that's attainable. That is.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. And we will catch you next week.
We will.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.